Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy, or Amy Louise. I'm a professionally trained makeup artist, and today I'm going to show you how to do this really cute look. I still have COVID. It's been a week. I still have COVID. My son had it last week. Please excuse my voice, any coughing, choking, general unpleasantness. I still feel like death. I'm gonna be honest, like I don't feel great. I have a headache. It's like a sinusy headache too. It's not fun to breathe even. But I wanted to do makeup. I feel like I've not done makeup, and I've definitely not done a tutorial in what feels like a lifetime, and I just wanted to play with makeup, feel pretty, and look like I don't feel, basically. So today I'm going in with the Carnival 3 Love to Heat You palette. I freaking love this palette. It is gorgeous. So we are going in with this today to create this beautifulness. Yeah, let's jump in and have some fun. Okay, so my eye is primed with P. Louise base number 2. As always, use whatever you like to prime your eye with. Today I am starting off with a, what the heck is this? I'm pretty sure this is a Morphe JS13. It is a tiny little bullet brush. It's tiny. The letter has like rubbed off, like the letters and the numbers. I know that the brush is a JS brush from Morphe because of the design. I do not condone the particular creator that made this, but I have it. It is one of my favourite brushes, and I do not plan on buying any more. If you know of an alternative to this brush, basically the JS12 and 13, I love these brushes, so if you can recommend an alternative to these two brushes, please let me know because I will buy them all. I love them. So today I'm going in with this and the shade Blackberry. With my eye open, I'm just going to stamp this across my crease just so that I get an idea of where I want to be putting this. So you can see I've kind of just gone through my crease. I've not took it to the inner corner. I don't like taking my dark shadows right into the inner corner. I like to give my shadows space to blend, and I prefer to blend my inner corner in rather than packing colour on and hoping for the best. I rather like blend in and still have shadow there, just not so intense. I feel like it doesn't do anything for me. Plus I end up with eyeshadow all up the bridge of my nose, and I'm not into that look. If you are, feel free, but for me, I'm not a fan. So I've just gone through, I've kept it relatively straight. It does have a slight bend, but I've kept it quite straight, and I've just stopped it just below the edge of my brow. I will work it out. Again, I like to blend it out rather than just like have all the pigment there and have it really harsh. So I've just done that. I'm just going to keep going with this brush. I'm going to blend this in and really make sure that this colour is deep, dark and packed on. So I'm going to start off by packing it on, and then I'm going to blend it out, just going back and forth. As you can see, as I've blended it, it has come further forward and further out, which is exactly what I was saying. It does blend out into those areas anyway. I'm now going to take a JS12 brush. This is either a 12 or a 13, and the other one's either a 12 or a 13. One's bigger than the other. It's just slightly bigger, slightly fluffier. And I am going in with the shade Grape. And with this, I'm just going to go almost right on top. I'm going about 75% on this shade and only about 25% above. I want to keep this really nice and tight and really make sure to focus on the blend. So I'm just going to blend this entire shadow that we've created with this. And like I said, I'm keeping it really tight, about 75% on the previous shade. And I'm just going in little back and forth motions. So you can see each time I add a shade, it does get further in and further out on the corners. This is exactly what I want. Now I'm going in with a Jessup 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush. So it's again just a little bit bigger, and I'm going in with the shade Magenta. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. This look is a lot of the same thing, just different colours. So I'm keeping it very tight, about 75% on that previous shade and only 25% on fresh skin. I want to really have this super blended, super smooth and super tight. Like, I don't want it to be really blown out. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to blend this edge and really making sure that I'm keeping it tight. By keeping so much of the brush over the previous shade, the shadows are going to be really deep and like have a really richness to the shades, but it's also going to really blend them out. Absolutely nothing on it, just to go over the very edges to really make sure that it's blended out. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going in with all the same shadows in the exact same way with the same brushes, just over the top of what I just created. This is going to make my shadows really deep and rich in pigment, but it's also going to make the blend seamless and just, it really elevates your look when you do this. So I'm going to go do that and I will be right back. Okay, so I am back. All is added, blended and beautiful. It looks a little bit of a mess right now, but that is fine. I'm going to go in with some micellar water, cut my crease and really tidy this up. I'm just going to use a cotton bud. I like to use a cotton bud and then on the dry side with no micellar water, just go over the top of where you went, and that really picks up any of the excess shadow that the cotton bud with the micellar water on has left behind, rather than just constantly going in with a wet side. The dry side really removes that excess. So you should have something that looks like this. And now I'm going in with my P. Louise blank canvas and one of the crisp finish brushes. This is the one that came with one of the really dark greens. I really don't want colour matching them, but yeah, so I'm just going to go in with this. I used to colour match each brush to the individual crisp finish, and now I'm just like, where's the brush that I want? Like, any of these brushes will do. So I'm just going to cut my crease as usual. There's nothing new here. Okay, while this is still a little wet, I'm going to take my index, no, it's not it's my middle finger, the one between my index finger and your ring finger. I'm going in with Starlight. I'm going to tap this just with my finger. I find it's easier to like place your finger and drag it down. And I'm really not too bothered getting too close to the edge because I'm going to put the graphic liner there anyway, and that is going to cover that anyway. So next I'm going in with the same finger with Blue Moon, and that's just going right on the very, very centre of the lid. And then Rose Pink on the outer. And I'm using the same finger because I want those shadows to mix on my finger so that they can blend easier on the lid. And then I'm just going to go in for a second layer, same way, same finger. And then with whatever is left on my finger, I'm just going to tap the very outer wing area. I don't want a lot of shadow there, I just want like a suggestion of that shadow there, so that it's like this. It looks bare, but in the right light you get that beautiful shimmer and turn from whatever it left on your finger, basically. Okay, so now is for the graphic liner. I know this kind of scares people. Honestly, just breathe is the best advice I can give. Just breathe and don't think about anything else. Don't think about how hard it is. Steady your hand against your cheek and just breathe. It will work out, I promise. Also, tiny brush makes it so much easier. I'm going in with Super Beauty Dance Party and the Super Beauty 610 brush, which is teeny tiny. I have got water in the lid. Never put water directly into the product itself. So I'm just gonna, oh, I need a bit more water that's dried up since I did my other eye. So water in the lid, I'm just gonna wet my brush, and then in the center of the product itself, I've kind of made like a little divot. So I'm just going to add my brush in there with the water on it and just mix it and get some product on my brush itself. And this liner does not follow the entire cut crease, so it starts off rounded, and instead of following it down, I just turn it into a semicircle. Just breathe, it'll be okay. First layer on. I'm going to take my fan and just dry this for a sec. I'm realising that this eye I cut off just before the corner of my eye. This one I've took to the corner of my eye. It's fine, I doubt people are going to notice. But here comes my little trick, which I learned from Cut Creaser. So take your lash glue. I prefer the one with a brush. This one is Dewer. You want a clear one. So one with a brush. Take off the product. So you just want product on the very end and go directly on top of where you put your liner. And now let this set to about 90% dry. While you're waiting for this to dry, just wet your brush again and start to get this ready, because it does dry pretty quickly. And now all I'm going to do is go directly over the top with a second layer of liner. This really makes the liner not crack, and it's just so much more vibrant. Okay, and then back to the fan to just dry this off completely. Okay, so I'm going to pop some mascara and lashes on. I'm going to do my base and then I will be back to finish off the look. Don't know what I'm going to do below the eye, but I'm going to do something. So just give me a sec and I will be right back. Okay guys, I am back. I finally figured out what I wanted to do with the under eye. My chest is killing, but I like it, so I'm happy. Like, I can't remember the last time I looked like this, like I have makeup on. So let's go ahead and do the under eye. It's really quick and easy, but I feel like it's quite effective and just like, I don't know, like a little, it's just a little fun, isn't it? So where's my mirror? So I'm going in with the first 3 brushes that I used, with the first 3 shades that I used, and that's, that's it really. So I'm going in with Blackberry. I'm going to start by running this directly below my eye, like right in that lower lash line, to about 2/3. And then instead of just ending, I just bring it straight, just like this. So I'm not really doing anything crazy, I'm just going straight up, almost like a wing almost. Then I'm going to go in with grey and do the same thing, just bring it in a little bit further towards the inner corner and a little bit further out on the outer corner. Again, just keeping it straight. And then I'm going in with magenta and doing the same thing. So you should have something that looks like this. And then, where did I put my brush? I'm going back in with a 610 by Super Beauty and Dance Party. So same thing, just wetting my brush first. I'm going to pick up a little bit from my pot using my wet brush. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a straight line at the very top from the outer corner, just above that shadow. Like that. And then I'm going to take my lash glue again. This is like the best little hack ever. Go right on top. Let this start to dry down, and then I'm just going to go over the top again with that liner. And then I forgot to put mascara on, so I'm going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. And then I'm going to take that blank canvas again with a little liner brush. This is a Jet Up 312 detail liner brush. And that is going on my waterline. Why is everything falling? That really opens up the eye. I just love putting that stuff in the waterline. All the colours, just really amazing. I love it. Okay, so all I did was take my hair out of my braids because I've had them in braids for like 2 days. I haven't took them out, but yeah, and took my jumper off because I was sweating again because, you know, COVID. Yay! Anyway, so this is the final look. I think I like my hair. I'm not sure. I don't know. Genuinely don't know if I like my hair like this, but it is as it is. This is how it's staying. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below. I really enjoy this look. Yeah, let me know what you think down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.